Picture this. 3 homeschoolers walk into a podcast training program at the Family Vision Education Center, and somehow nobody stopped them from getting close to the microphones. Welcome to Mic Drop Academy, the podcast where the energy is high, the research is questionable, except for Zara's, and somebody is probably talking over the intro music right now. First up, there's Maya. She's 16, enthusiastic, creative, and speaks at approximately the speed of a caffeinated auctioneer whenever she gets excited. Okay, so today we're going to talk about storytelling, podcasting, audio editing. And I had 3 ideas at 2 a.m., and that voice calmly interrupting her? That's Darius, 15 years old, deadpan specialist, self-proclaimed audio engineer, which sounds impressive until you discover he edits everything using exactly 1 pair of earbuds he found in his backpack next to a granola bar. They're studio-quality earbuds. The studio is my bedroom. And finally, the true hero of the group, Zara. 14 years old, organized, responsible, and the only reason this podcast contains actual facts instead of vibes and guesses. I made an outline, fact-checked the episode, scheduled the recording session, and reminded you both to press record. Wait, we were supposed to press record? Together, they're learning podcasting, storytelling, media creation, and occasionally basic survival skills inside a recording booth. This is episode 1 of Mic Drop Academy, where the microphones are hot, the jokes are questionable, and the friendship is louder than the intro music.
All right, welcome to the new podcast we named Mic Drop Academy, the place where we help you unleash your inner audio wizard. I'm Maya, your enthusiastic guide through the glorious jungle of podcasting. Mic Drop Academy was inspired by the Family Vision Education Center Jelly Bean Academy podcast training program called Voices Amplified, a really great program for those interested in starting a podcast.
And I'm Darius. I'm mostly here for the snacks, and to make sure Maya doesn't get too carried away with her glorious jungle metaphors. Also, I brought chips.
And I'm Zara, the resident researcher and fact-checker. Don't worry, Darius, I've got a backup supply of healthier snacks if those run out. Today, we're kicking off our very first episode by diving deep into what it actually takes to start your own podcast. We're going from concept to launch, and hopefully, inspiring you to hit record.
Yes, and we're going to start with something I like to call the podcast zoo. Because, honestly, if you've ever scrolled through a podcast app, it's like a wild safari of audio styles out there. Darius, what's the first animal you spot?
I see the interview iguana. Long, often a bit sleepy, just sitting there soaking up sun, occasionally flicking its tongue out to catch a fly, or in this case, a new insight from a guest. You know, like 2 people just talking to each other, but one of them is famous?
That's actually a pretty accurate description, Darius. Interview podcasts are definitely one of the most popular formats. They usually feature a host speaking with different guests on various topics, like The Daily Show or Armchair Expert if you're looking at the adult world. It's great for sharing diverse perspectives and expertise.
Love it! Okay, my turn. I'm seeing the narrative nightingale. This one sings a story, start to finish. Think serial or lore. They're building a whole world with sound, taking you on an adventure. You feel like you're there. It's captivating storytelling, often very polished.
Then there's the educational elephant. It's huge, full of information, and it never forgets a fact. Like those podcasts that teach you about history or science or how to, build a spaceship. They're usually pretty serious, but sometimes they can be surprisingly fun. Stuff you should know definitely fits that bill.
Exactly. Educational podcasts aim to inform and teach. They might break down complex topics, explore new research, or even teach a new skill. They require a lot of research, but the payoff is that you're genuinely helping people learn.
And let's not forget the comedy chimpanzee. They're swinging through the trees, making hilarious noises, and just generally making you laugh. Like My Brother and Me or improv podcasts. Their main goal is just pure entertainment, often lighthearted and spontaneous.
The motivational meerkat. Stands up tall, looks around, and tells everyone to be their best self. Usually has a very inspiring voice and talks about unlocking your potential, while I'm just trying to unlock this bag of chips. But hey, some people dig it, right? Like TED Talks Daily or those life coach podcasts.
You got 'em all, Darius. Motivational podcasts are designed to inspire listeners, offer advice, or encourage personal growth. They're often very uplifting and provide practical strategies for improving different aspects of life. So, with all those styles, you might be thinking, okay, I get it, but where do I even begin?
Exactly, which brings us to our next segment, Before You Hit Record. Because before you even think about microphones or editing, you need to answer one crucial question. Why? Why do you want to start a podcast? What's your purpose?
My why is snacks. And avoiding chores. Wait, that's not what you mean, is it?
Well, maybe part of it, but seriously, your why is your anchor. Is it to share knowledge, to tell stories, to make people laugh, to give a voice to something important? For us, it's to inspire teens like you to share their voices. Once you know your why, Zara's got the triple C for you.
That's right, the triple C: concept, commitment, and consistency. First, concept. What is your podcast about? Who is it for? What makes it unique? Don't just make a podcast about stuff, make it about stuff for teens who love indie games or my take on pop culture with a historical twist. A clear concept makes everything else easier.
And it makes it easier for people to find you and know if they want to listen. If you're vague, nobody really knows what they're getting into.
Second, commitment. Podcasting is a marathon, not a sprint. Are you willing to put in the time to plan, record, edit, and promote? It's more than just talking into a mic for a few minutes. It takes dedication, especially at the beginning.
Yeah, I actually committed to researching something once, for 2 weeks. It was exhausting. Ended up with a comprehensive list of every type of chip on the market. Very important work, you know?
See? Even Darius knows commitment. And finally, consistency. This is huge. Regularity builds an audience. People expect new episodes at a certain time or on a certain day. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, stick to your schedule. That's how listeners become loyal.
So, basically, don't be like that one friend who says they're going to start a YouTube channel and posts one video, then disappears for 6 months. Got it.
Precisely. Now let's move on to something that often stresses people out, the gear talk. A lot of teens think they need to spend hundreds, even thousands of dollars on fancy microphones and soundproofing. And Maya, what do we say to that?
We say, absolutely not. You can start with what you already have. Seriously, your phone? It's a powerful recording studio in your pocket. The microphone in your smartphone is probably better than you think, and most phones have a voice memo app pre-installed.
I mean, I record my secret snack reviews on my phone. The audio quality is surprisingly crisp. You can hear every crunch.
And that's a perfect example. If you want to step it up a tiny bit, you could invest in an inexpensive lavalier mic that clips to your shirt or a basic USB microphone. These can cost anywhere from $20 to $50, but they're not essential to start.
And headphones. You probably already have a pair. Just make sure they're decent enough so you can monitor your sound as you record. You want to hear yourself to make sure you're not peaking or too quiet. Zara, what about editing?
For editing, there are fantastic free options. Audacity is a classic open-source audio editor available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. GarageBand comes free with Apple devices and is incredibly user-friendly. Even some online tools like Anchor, which is now Spotify for podcasters, have built-in editing features that are very intuitive.
So, no excuses then. Even I could do it. Although, I'd probably need someone else to do the editing. That's a lot of cutting out my chewing noises.
It's totally doable, Darius. The point is, don't let the fear of not having perfect, expensive gear stop you. The most important thing is your voice and your message. And that brings us to, honestly, my favorite part of today's episode, the heart of it. Why teen voices matter in podcasting.
This is something I feel really strongly about. Research shows that young people often feel unheard or misrepresented in traditional media. Podcasting offers an incredibly accessible platform to change that. Your perspectives, your experiences, your humor, it's all unique and valuable.
Exactly. Adults, bless their hearts, they often try to speak for us or to us, but rarely with us. And when they do, it's often framed through an adult lens. But you, as a teenager, you live this reality every single day. You understand the nuances, the slang, the anxieties, the triumphs that only someone your age truly gets.
I never really thought about it, but when I listen to a podcast about, a new video game or a movie, and it's some super old dude talking about it, it just hits different. Like they don't get the hype. They don't get why that one character reveal was actually a really big deal.
See, you just proved our point, Darius. Your voice, your friends' voices, they are authentic. They resonate. A teen talking about gaming, mental health, school stress, environmental issues, dating, whatever, it connects with other teens in a way no adult ever could. You're building a community, a space where people feel seen and understood.
It's also about representation. The more diverse voices there are, the richer the entire podcasting landscape becomes. And frankly, the world needs to hear more from young people. Your generation is going to inherit this world, and you're already shaping it in so many ways. Podcasting is a powerful tool to amplify those ideas and concerns.
Okay, wow, that's kind of profound. I just wanted to talk about chips, but now I feel like I could, inspire a snack revolution. A healthy snack revolution, maybe. Nah, probably not healthy, but a revolution nonetheless.
You absolutely could, Darius. Imagine a podcast entirely dedicated to honest snack reviews from a teen's perspective. That's exactly the kind of authentic, specific content that can find an audience. Your voice is important because you are important. Your experiences are valid. And there are thousands, millions of other teens out there who are waiting to hear from someone just like them.
So, don't underestimate the power of your perspective. If you have something to say, a story to tell, an interest to share, this is your platform. Now for the actionable part, our first episode checklist. Because once you're inspired, you need to know how to actually get started.
Let's do it. Zara, hit us with the steps.
All right, here are 9 steps to get your first episode out there. Number 1, define your niche and audience. We talked about the triple C, right? Who are you talking to? What unique angle do you bring?
My niche would be teens who appreciate the subtle art of crunchy snacks, and my audience would be everyone who needs to know which chip reigns supreme.
Perfect example, Darius. Go on, Zara.
Number 2, choose a catchy title and create cover art. Your title should be memorable and descriptive. Your cover art is your first impression, so make it visually appealing and representative of your show.
Like Mic Drop Academy, it tells you what we're about right away, and hopefully it sounds cool.
Exactly. Number 3, outline your first episode. Don't just wing it. Have a clear structure, an intro, main points, and a conclusion. What do you want to cover? What stories will you tell? We've got our 5 segments today, for instance.
Wing it. Zara, I practically live by winging it, but I guess if you want people to actually listen, an outline helps.
It really does. Number 4, set up your recording space. Find a quiet room, minimize background noise. Your closet can be surprisingly effective for good acoustics because the clothes absorb sound. We're in a relatively quiet room and we've got some blankets up for sound dampening, you just can't see them.
It's all about that DIY sound engineering, folks.
Number 5, record your audio. Speak clearly, at a consistent volume. Practice audio emoting using your voice to convey excitement, seriousness, or humor since listeners can't see your facial expressions. We're doing a lot of that right now.
Audio emoting? Is that why Maya sounds like a human exclamation point?
Hey, it's called enthusiasm, but yeah, it's a real thing. Your voice is your main tool.
Precisely. Number 6, edit your episode. Remove mistakes, awkward pauses, and any distracting background noise. Add intro and outro music if you like. Keep it concise and engaging. GarageBand or Audacity are your friends here.
This is where I'd need professional help, or at least someone to mute me when I yawn.
We've all been there, Darius. Number 7, choose a podcast host. This is a service that stores your audio files and distributes them to places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Anchor Spotify for podcasters is a popular free option, and there are many affordable paid ones too.
Super important. Your host does all the heavy lifting of getting your show out to the world.
Number 8, write your episode description and show notes. This is your chance to tell listeners what your episode is about. List any links or resources and use keywords to help people find you.
So a summary, but also with Easter eggs for my hardcore snack fans?
Exactly. And finally, number 9, launch and promote. Share your episode on social media, tell your friends, email your family. Get the word out there. Don't be shy, you worked hard on this.
And that's it. 9 steps from idea to launch. It might sound like a lot, but if you break it down, it's totally manageable.
It really is. And you know what? We just did it ourselves. We planned this episode, we recorded it, and soon you'll be listening to it. So you've literally just heard how it's done.
Wait, so we're modeling it? That's actually pretty clever, even for me.
It's all part of the Academy, Darius. So whether you want to talk about your favorite games, review movies, share your art, discuss social issues, or even rate every single type of chip, your voice matters. It's unique, it's authentic, and it deserves to be heard.
Absolutely. Don't wait for permission. The tools are accessible, the audience is out there, and your perspective is invaluable. Take that first step.
Yeah, if I can stop eating chips for long enough to actually record something, anyone can. And if you make a podcast about snacks, you know who to send it to. Just saying.
Haha, we'll keep that in mind, Darius. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 1 of Mic Drop Academy. We hope you're feeling inspired and ready to make some noise. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and tell all your friends who need to hear their voices too. Until next time, keep those mics hot, and be sure to check out the Family Vision Education Center and Jelly Bean Academy.